President Trump announced Monday that he's sending Border Czar Tom Homan to Minnesota, calling him, quote, tough but fair, as Minneapolis continues to see violent protests following 2 deadly ICE shootings in just a few weeks. The unrest is heightened after a man named Alex Preddy was shot and killed by federal agents, including officers from ICE and U.S. Border Patrol over the weekend. According to the Department of Homeland Security, agents said they shot Preddy after he allegedly approached them with a handgun and resisted efforts to disarm him. But video footage and eyewitness accounts seem to tell a very different story. Bystander video appears to show Preddy holding a cell phone, not a weapon. Witnesses say he had been trying to help a woman who had been shoved by federal agents. She was then pepper sprayed, forced to the ground, and Preddy was shot multiple times while pinned down. Preddy's death sparked widespread protests and criticism of federal immigration enforcement tactics, especially in Minneapolis. Local leaders, civil rights organizations, and labor groups have all called for investigations and accountability.
The administration is reviewing everything with respect to the shooting, and we will let that investigation play out. This tragedy occurred as a result of a deliberate and hostile resistance by Democrat leaders in Minnesota.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said on X that Homan will oversee ICE operations on the ground with the goal of arresting what she describes as the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. She added that Homan would also coordinate with investigators looking into what she called massive widespread fraud involving billions of taxpayer dollars, which Trump said is at least $20 billion worth. Trump also claimed the Department of Justice and Congress are looking into Representative Ilhan Omar, saying that she left Somalia with nothing and is now reportedly worth more than $44 million. House Republicans announced on January 17th that they had opened an investigation into the Minnesota lawmaker, citing concerns about her family's rapidly increasing wealth. Trump later on said Minnesota Governor Tim Walz personally called him to request cooperation, saying he was respectful and supportive of Homan's deployment. According to Trump, the call went well and the two were on a similar wavelength. Preddy's death follows the fatal ICE shooting of Renee Good in Minnesota. Good was seemingly blocking traffic with her SUV when ICE approached the vehicle and told her to move. While moving, an ICE agent shot Good. DHS maintains that Good was attempting to use her vehicle as a weapon. Meanwhile, a federal judge began hearing arguments Monday on whether to temporarily halt the immigration crackdown in Minnesota. The lawsuit filed by the state of Minnesota on January 12th challenges the Trump administration's unprecedented deployment of federal immigration agents in the state. State attorneys argued that sending more than 3,000 agents into the Twin Cities as part of Operation Metro Surge was unlawful. The judge did not issue an immediate ruling and said she wanted more time to consider whether to grant a temporary restraining order that would pause the operation.